Hello friends, how are you doing? I'm regularly getting questions from your side, and that's giving me an idea that I should make new videos for you all. Well, in today's video, I'll be talking to you about what we can expect in an A1 level exam in German. It doesn't matter whether you are writing an exam of OSD or TELC, that's Telc, or the Goethe Institute exam, but the basics are common for all the levels. Well, I've already noted for you the important points at the same time so that we can save a time span for all of us. So well, I would like to show you. We'll start in this A1 basic course that what all will be covered in this syllabus. Well, as you can see, we'll start with, now it's very important that you understand that it would boost your confidence and you will feel as what you have achieved in A1 level. We'll start with the alphabets first. Now alphabets, which is A, B, C, D, that isn't the same in English as we have learned in English. For example, A for apple, but I would say that in German we have A wie Anton, B wie Bertha, and we go like this furthermore, and we have Zacharias. And otherwise ABCD that we have learned in English, it will be different in German because you will need to speak these words for the people, and especially in case if someone is asking your name. For example, my name is Devkaran and someone asks me my name and he doesn't understand, then I will have to say my name is Devkaran, ich heiße Devkaran, and then D wie Dora, Emil, Vater, Kaufmann, Anton, Richard, Anton, and then Nordpol. So that's how I would give my name completely to this person. So with the alphabets A, B, C, D, please learn this too, that you need to understand what these alphabets stand for. The reading rule, that's again very important. You won't be able to read if you don't practice this rule. There are 30 plus rules in German. For example, you have EI that gives the sound of I, you have IE that gives the sound of E, and then CH that can be said K or Sh, and in this way you have got many combinations. For example, CH, well, we shouldn't delve into this right now because it will be too complicated otherwise, but little bit I will just show it to you, the combinations in this sense. So if you see, we have certain combinations like CH, CHS, SCH, then we have TSCH, then DSCH. Well, there are many of these rules and we would be learning them later, so don't worry at all right now. And also it is about the personal pronouns that we have in German. For example, I, me, to me, or you, to you, etc. Now, articles are also there in German, and we have got both definite and indefinite articles. So as far as definite articles are concerned, we have got der, die, das, and for the indefinite articles we have got ein, eine, ein. So there are 3 of them, and by looking at a word you should know that the gender of the word is masculine, feminine, or neutral gender, because that's how we. In English it is not the case because we don't have genders in English, but in German we do have these 3 possibilities that I've talked to you about, der, die, das. Now when we talk about plural making, that is another important challenge at times in German, because it is not so in English, because in English we would rather move towards making plural by adding an S or ES or IES, but it is a different case altogether. We have got 20 to 30 odd rules in making German plural words. And talking about possessive pronouns, we can also go for some combinations like we have my, his, that you should learn also in the capacity of possessive adjectives. Then if I talk about cases in German, we have a variety of cases like nominative case, accusative case, dative case, And at times students do not know, even after having done their A1, that which case I have to use. So it comes as a big problem later on. So this understanding one should have at this point. Now if I talk about verbs, you would also see that we have got strong verbs and weak verbs and modal verbs and separable verbs and inseparable verbs. So we have got some prefixes like er, fair, tser, be, ge, miss. All these can be used to make our combination of verbs which will be in the non-separable form. Now these verbs you should be able to identify, and we also have, I've just recalled that we have got some prepositions. So in terms of prepositions, we have got 25 to 26 prepositions altogether, and then if we multiply their combinations, it can lead to 100 meanings of them. And then we have got accusative prepositions, we have got dative prepositions, we have got two-way prepositions, and with their formula we have got some short forms which can be like be fudoge, or it can be be manav zaksa, or for that matter we have also fatsu nai yu, which helps students to understand these combinations. And also at times we have these kind of positioning of verbs and words also to structure the sentences that we can write in the first place or afterwards. So we take the help of such connectors which are very basic in nature, like adu so, den, on, sondern, and at times why sondern and why not aber, which is but in English. And then we have time concept like teka molo, which is for time, reason, and mode or place. And at times there is like the question of kind and nicht. Some people do not know. Then we have W frage questions, which is the W word questions, which can be with or without. And then we have imperative mood. We also have some suggestions or orders for that matter. And we also move towards the NVDA. And then we also talk about a demonstrator. And then adjective, for example, if I talk about an adjective, I'll take an example. I'll show you an example like good. So this good can become guten. It can also become, at times we can have it gutes, we can have gutem, or we might also write gute. So the formula for ending, it can be the first rule or the second rule or the pistil rule. That can be the third rule. So we have a lot of rules for that. Then we also have the ordinal numbers and the cardinal numbers, first and second. And then we have future sentences. Then we have timings, which can be formal and informal. Then the basic rules that I just recalled, that they are there in the syllabus. So there's a lot to be done in the syllabus, but don't worry, it's all manageable. In case you are through with all this in German, it doesn't mean that you have mastered A1, because you will have to go on to a book with around 2000 words for understanding the basic grammar and also the other constructions of sentences, so that when someone talks to you, you should be able to understand this person. This will be like your survival German kit that is very much important for your understanding and moving ahead in German. So if you are in, let's say, Germany, Austria or Switzerland, then you would be able to survive. And also at times, but for doing a job, you would be possibly requiring an A2 level or B1. That's true, because you would be writing an email, which is a formal communication, and it can also happen that you are trying to resolve a query of a client on a telephone call. So you would be needing that level. But anyway, that is something later we will talk about at a B1 or a higher level. And since we have talked only about A1 level, so here it is. And if you understand something, then that's great. If you feel that there are certain things that are bothering you, then don't worry, because we have German Speakers Club, and you can always be in touch with us and with me specifically, and you can write to me. And so I would like to say that don't worry at all. This course is